Hey, what's up everyone? Rick here again with another video, and today I'm wanting to go over the most recent state of the game for Division 2. Title Update 9 is finally coming to us, and it's dropping really quick, and it's bringing Exotic Reconfiguration. So it appears that with the recent state of the game for Division 2 that came through, we have Title Update 9 dropping on April 21st, next week already. And I just wanted to give some brief overview and some highlights as to what's coming. Now, the full patch notes have not come out yet, but this is kind of one of the key points that that they had discussed during everything and what kind of has everyone excited for it. So, Title Update 9, to get into it, is going to be released next week, as I mentioned before. It's including balancing tweaks and bug fixes, along with exotic improvements. The biggest thing is the exotic reconfiguration that's coming, enabling all players to re-roll their exotics, which is awesome. Especially if you've been grinding for a specific exotic and it finally drops, but it's a shit roll. I know that can kind of frustrate a lot of people, myself included. So this is going to be a nice add for you that you can do. They also did touch base on the Urban Jungle Apparel event, ending on April 28th. They're saying that the keys are being obtained through April 21st. Can't get any more after that. And then discuss that the Northeast League is also ending on April 28th as well, and the caches from the activity can't be earned or opened after that date. So if you have everything going through there for the apparel events, go ahead and get them. Don't hoard them or anything. Just knock it all out. Now, some of the priority alerts I want to get into. As I mentioned, Title Update 9 is launching next week, April 21st. Full patch notes will be coming later, so nothing going on right now, but it's supposed to be having more balancing based on community feedback as to what's needing to be done. Now, I know with 8.5, with the most recent title update, there were like some sound bugs, damage bugs. I know they supposedly fixed a few things with gear sets, but some still had some issues with enabling certain talents and abilities. And then, of course, there were a few glitches with DPS builds and things like that caused some very unfortunate bans, but that's for another video. And I know a lot of people were kind of pissed and torn with how that was handled. Anyways, not going to get too much in the weeds on that, but some fixes that are coming in Title Update 9. They're fixing an issue that caused players to be unable to reach the Angel of Mercy contaminated area. They're fixing an issue that's causing the Nemesis exotic to not trigger its focus gear talent while scoped. Apparently, I play on PC, but apparently on PS4, they were replacing the Thieves' Den trophy that was unobtainable since the expansion launch. So they're correcting that. They're adding more fixes to the gear sets, I guess, the ones that may have been bugged with the recent patches to some of them. For instance, they're fixing the Aces and Eights poker face not working properly. And then the booster hive description is apparently going to be changed to deliver the correct description at that point. Now, balancing changes that are coming in Update 9. Best in slot items like the Hollow Man mask are receiving minor changes, and then buffs and performance improvements to underperforming talents and weapons. I know a lot of people have recently said with some of the changes that certain talents or buffs from certain sets are very lackluster, or they are basically useless at this point. So they are apparently rechanging a few things based upon what the community has said. Now, on to the big point, the one that a lot of people are excited about, the exotic reconfiguration. I know, like I mentioned before, I'm really happy to hear that they're doing this. It's allowing players to upgrade exotics up to level 40 at the crafting bench through a new reconfigure menu. Reconfiguring is going to allow players to re-roll their exotics for a cost, allowing for a chance to get a god roll after acquiring the weapon. So you could get a chameleon that's absolute trash and be able to re-roll it and end up getting a god roll possibly. So that's really cool to hear. Players can reconfigure the same exotic multiple times as well. That's one of the big takeaways from this. So no matter what, if you keep grinding it and you have enough materials to keep rolling it until you get what you want, you can roll it. Reconfiguring does use exotic components and reconfiguration blueprints, which are available for all exotics. Blueprints are purchasable at the crafting vendor as well. And then existing blueprints that you own are going to be converted to a reconfiguration blueprint. So they're going ahead and changing everything over to match this. But the thing is they're saying that reconfiguration can yield positive or negative changes to the weapon's roll and is not impacted by the global difficulty setting. So you can't go from, normal grind to a heroic to go for it for possible better stats. But the problem is too is you may get one that has better weapon damage or what you want it to be at, and the next roll it's either removed completely or absolute shit. So take that chance with the roll either way. But I'm still excited for it and happy to hear they are giving this, especially for how bad the grind is sometimes for an exotic. Now, some of the other touches that they did go through in season 1 for the Shadow Tide. Northeast League still running. There are 10 rewards going through it for the Hyena Tagger backpack trophy. And then they're changing some league UI improvements that apparently had some issues after 8.5. And then the Urban Jungle Apparel event is still going on. Like I mentioned, keys only obtainable through the 21st, ending on the 28th. So if you have them, claim them as you get them at that point, because you won't be able to get it after that. And then the last thing they had touched base on, the last two things I should say, the Manhunt coming on. We already have Neptune and Venus available to go for. The new target is coming next week, so this I would assume the same day as the title update. And then of course they're saying that once the targets are available, you have the entire season to hunt them down. They did fix apparently the world change or the global setting change to where if you went from say a heroic to a challenging to fix one, that it would remove progress. They did fix that, so if you finished one on a certain difficulty, it's supposed to be showing you've completed that difficulty at this point. And then at the end, they did say if you hunt down all 5 seasonal manhunt targets, you unlock the unique skill variant of the EMP Sticky Bomb. So nice little add there, especially with the Sticky Bomb coming back in. Last thing they talked about was kind of PvP and Dark Zone. No true updates or anything there, which is kind of disappointing because I feel like the Dark Zone's kind of being left out. I mean, I don't venture there a lot, but I would still really like to see something change over there. The Dark Zone's fun because you do have the rogue agents that you can fight against. It can be, you know, a little irritating, especially if you find some really good gear and then they just gank you at the very end. But I still feel like they should be able to split the Dark Zone up or be able to enter it as far as a true PvE for a like much harder in-game feel. It could be almost like a mini raid if you wanted it to be. Or keep a traditional Dark Zone piece as well. So I know the Dark Zone was meant to be built upon the who's going to kill you kind of aspect and can you make it out kind of piece, but I still personally would like to see some sort of change for those that, you know, want to grind for that loot and enjoy that extra difficulty in there with the named enemies and everything else. But we'll see what they do at some point. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and thank you very much for watching. Also, if you are a night owl like I am, and my community is as well, we do stream over on Twitch Monday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Central. I'm a part-time gamer and a full-time dad. So when the family goes to bed is when we stream and hang out, but we usually go till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning having fun. It's a couple hours grinding out Division, grinding out, you know, some Destiny, or we just recently been trying Warframe and having fun with that. But we have a variety of games that we play over there. So would like to see you over there sometime. I do have a link down in the description below, so hope to see you there sometime. But I do appreciate you watching the video today. I hope you found it informative. And let me know down in the comments below as well. Let me know what you think. Is this title update going to fix things? Do you like the direction the game is going? Do you feel like they still need to change a few things that's going on? And are you excited for the Exotic Reconfiguration? I know I am. I'm really excited for that. But anyways, that'll do it for today. My name is Rick. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.